Let me see if I find ya. Uh-oh. That didn't work. Oh, there it is. Yay. Okay. I made it. Yay. I was having technical difficulties right here at the very last minute. Mr. Wilson, turn your sound down. I hear his sound clear from the other room. Okay. I hear him clear in here from the other room. We'll turn the sound down in the meantime. All right. I had technical difficulties right at the end. I clicked go live and Facebook said, you're not allowed to do live videos. I'm like, what? So I had to jump in and fix it and figured it out. I'm like, whoo, I'm live. So, hey, Christina, Misty, Edie, Barbie. And let me see on my phone who I see on. I don't see all of you. Hi, Janet, Melody. Melody, you're on vacation. What are you doing on here? Christy and the TV. No, not the TV. My for some reason my Facebook group told me I can't go live. Well, no, Mr. Wilson was listening to the live in the other room, but his phone sound, I guess he had it on speaker. It was so loud. Everything I said here, I could hear in there, back here. So, hey Peggy, hey Rhonda, how is everybody and how was everybody's holiday weekend? So, when I rescheduled last week for Saturday, I had forgotten that it was a holiday weekend. And when I did a poll in my Slab to Fab group about doing a Zoom meeting, everybody said, I'm busy, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh, it's a holiday weekend. So I chose to not go live on Saturday because I didn't want to interfere with everybody's clay everywhere, with everybody's holiday. But we're here today. It's Tuesday. We're live. And if you're in my Slab to Fab group, as soon as we're done here, we're going to jump over into the Slab to Fab group and continue on the process. So if you are a slabber, be sure and jump in that group. We'll go live in there at 6:15 because I forgot to change the time. So it'll be 6:15. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Rhonda. Melody, I am happy you're having a blast. I am sad that we're not there either. It's getting closer. So, how is everybody doing? I'm a mug fan. Big mugs. By the way, this is a Rachel Van Sloten mug that I absolutely love the color and her carving. And I can't show you the bottom, but there's carving on the bottom as well. So this is a Rachel Van Sloten mug that I'm using tonight. And it's big. Did I say I love big? I am a mug hound. Big mugs. Let's see. We see Michelle, Renee, Carla, Stacy. So today we're going to make something fun. I was scrambling today, but we're going to make something fun, and I'm going to give it just a few more minutes. You're waiting, Barbie, you're waiting at the airport to come home. What airport are you waiting at? And are you coming home from vacation? Oh, I love it, Rachel. Absolutely love it. So I'm just drinking cold water in it right now. Hi, Nancy. All right, so, and Tracy's on. I think I said Rhonda, Christine, Bridget, Peggy, Vicky, Sharon Okerlund. Last live, the Sharon's one, there were like 4 of us on. Oh, there goes my bird. He likes to say, dancing, dancing, dancing. Hoping he'll say it. Dancing, dancing. He's not gonna. Wow, I got you on YouTube TV. What a difference. Oh, nice, nice. So, Misty says she's got me on YouTube. For those of you that love YouTube, see, I shouldn't have talked to my bird. Now he's going. For those of you that love YouTube, go on over, and I see a ton of you on YouTube. Oh, wow, lots of you on YouTube. Yay! So if you're on YouTube, be sure and subscribe. Be sure and put in a comment. Mr. Wilson, you might have to come cover him. Put in a comment and be sure and hit the like button. We're really trying to grow our YouTube channel because we're finding more... Huh? More people seem to like YouTube than Facebook. And so if we get it super built over there, we'll just stay over on YouTube. So be sure and put your comments in. Bridget, you just pulled 19 quarts of applesauce out of the canner. Woo-wee! That's some work going on there. Let's see. I forgot. I'm so sorry, you guys. I forgot to put a post out this morning that we would be live tonight. So I'm not sure how big our audience will be tonight, but the replay will be here. So if you're watching on replay, hello, and I'll try to get those posts out early in the day next week. Stacy says YouTube is awesome. So let's see, are you on YouTube, Stacy? Or are you on Facebook? Hey, Sally. I see Sally. Sally, what country are you in? Remind me. I know you're not in this one. So we have people from near and far. I love it. I love it. Shortly, Mr. Wilson and I are hoping to get to go near and far. We are trying to slow down. So we've said for 2 years. But we are very close to slowing down a little bit. Sherry's here from Arkansas. Molly Young is here. Stacy, no, but use it often. Awesome. Okay. Oh, hi, Molly from California, and you'll see us in the slab group. Woohoo! We have quite a few new members this week. We're going to be ramping up the slab group. So yes, come on over there. Hey, Susan. No worries. Nobody's ever late because the replay is always here. That's Mr. Wilson making all the noise now. The replay is always here. So I'm going to show you what we're going to use tonight, but not what we're actually going to make. And, oh, I about put that on my Slab the Fab group. Let's see. Anything else in here to answer? Sally, oh, Christina's a subscriber. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, so I showed some new products that we were coming out with when we were live last time. And so I want to show you, we redesigned. We hadn't sent out any yet. So we didn't actually redesign, but we restructured so that the carving was even deeper. And this is a 13 by 13, I believe. 13 by 13. Oops, let's do this. Let me do this. Move my phone. This is a 13 by 13 texture board, and look at the depth. I will tell you, I show you in the video that the depth within these little petals is a 1/4 inch, a full 1/4 inch deep. It is super. You see, can you see? Put my little finger. Oh, let me find where my finger would be on the camera. Oh, there it is. So my little finger, let me find a petal, goes clear inside the petal. That's how deep these things are. This is a 13 by 13, and we're going to use like the full thing, and show you just how big. We're actually going to use my Lucky Clover. This is actually a 12-inch template and a 9.5-inch dual drape with our rounded corners. So we're going to use that, and we're going to make a little tray. But that's not all. We're not stopping. We're not stopping at just making a tray. That wouldn't be Create with Sharon Hoppy Designs, now would it? Let me take this off. That wouldn't be Sharon Hoppy Designs, right? And then I have a special piece of clay under here for my slab group. So if you're not a slab member, you might want to get over there and join. This is Molly from California. Wow, 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 that's amazing. Okay, so it's 5:13. Ooh, I better get going on the videos. Let's take a look. The intro video is pretty much, I think, what I just said. Yeah, good, Nancy, because I'm trying to use forms and templates that I've already got that have been out for a while. So it's something that people can use. And this is a fun little project. The first video, I think, is just what I just said, but let's watch and see. Are you ready for tonight? I'm going to use, this is a 13 by 13. Can you see that? That light's probably shining. Texture board. Look at that baby. I've actually got it on both sides because I didn't like the first one. I wanted it deeper. This is like a 1/4 inch deep. Rolling pins are like an 1/8, little over an 1/8 maybe. This is a whole 1/4 inch. In fact, hold that thought. Okay, I just grabbed a teeny weeny little piece of clay, and I'm gonna take my cornstarch, put it on a brush, and I like to just, hold on, I gotta fix that light, hold on. Okay, that's a little better. Now, what I like to do, again, is grab my cornstarch, and I like to just kind of tap, 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 and tap it in a little bit on a, this stuff hasn't been sticking at all, but I want you to see what is a good practice. I haven't had it stick, but this is the same material we use for our forms. This is high quality exterior grade, the highest quality you can get. It's water resistant, mold resistant, all the resistance. And now I'm just gonna hold this over here and just kind of take some of the big stuff off of it. Not because I have to, but then it shows on my clay, and that bugs me. All right, so just as a quick example, I'm just gonna take this. I knew I had you sitting here. And I'm just gonna quickly roll this in just to show you. Are you ready? See how easy that comes up? There's no pulling, straining, or nothing. And do you see the depth? Let me come in here. See if I can get it at an angle that you can, well, heck, you can see it sticking up over here. This is huge. Let me break off a little piece and see if I can get a side. You see that on the side? See how tall that sticks up there? That's huge. We carved it differently so that you could really, oh, there you go. Let me come in here. So that you could get a huge, huge depth to this. So let me go get a full sheet of clay to put on the top of this, and let me see if I can show you. Let me go in just a little flower petal. There's a flower petal, comes right out. Can you see? I can't get that to, you can see it sticking out. Maybe you can see this camera. I can't. Okay, I give up. I could not get it to show. But I'm going to tell you, the depth is amazing. Not only is the deep, the carved in deep, but the rest of it so that you get up and down both deep, if that makes sense. So it even makes that texture thicker, deeper, more billowy, maybe, if that's the thing. Hey, Molly, will you answer or put a comment in? I answered your question on the Facebook chat because that's what I have up. Were you able to see it since I'm streaming from Facebook? Can you see that chat or not? If you didn't, the answer was yes. The clovers are, I think it's Lucky Clover. It is on our website. Templates are under rim templates. Dual drapes are under dual drapes. Yes, Misty, that's exactly where I was going. So on the 13 by 13, and you slabbers, you just wait till you see what I'm going to show you tonight. But that's a whole 13 by 13. So, oh, yay. Okay, perfect. So, Jen, I was yaying and perfect to your comment. YouTube is better than Facebook, better picture quality. That's great to know. Okay, so that 13 by 13, you can use it for a little piece of clay, a big piece of clay, whatever your needs are. And it gives you a larger texture than even a 12-inch rolling pin. And you get that 13 by 13 to make your bigger items. So that's really exciting. Now we can even go bigger, but you got to remember, then you've got shipping, and shipping goes by size and weight. But these aren't that heavy at all. But I'm so excited that we can bring bigger sizes to you. And I have spent time in conversation with one of our members, one of my founding members, on a different product that we're bouncing off of this product that may just totally change your clay. So that will be coming. And if you have a baby kiln or if you have a ginormous kiln, I don't even know how to describe it because I can't give it away. So I'll move on. So let's go to the next video. Okay, I'm back. And I have my board, but I set it on my clay and just cut around with my knife. I set this right here. And so I have a piece of clay that actually matches my board. Let me move my stuff out of the way so I can get to my water. I like to just dip my rib. And we have a lot of new people on, so I'm going through the whole process of ribbing my clay in all directions. And then what's good for one side is good for the other. Notice how I was very careful with this. And now I'm just gonna rib the other side. Just like that. Now I'm gonna very gently flip this over like that. So now what I'm gonna do, now that I have this all ribbed, is I'm gonna move my clay. I'm going to go off camera, move my clay, put my texture board here, and then put my clay on top of it. We'll be right back. What I did was I moved my clay to my chair, moved my board up here, moved the clay on top of here, and now we're about ready to go. Okay, and then I had to go grab my rolling pins. So I have a big pen and I have a little pen. And first thing I want to do is just kind of start in the middle and come out. My way. That's still too bright, isn't it? Okay, I have a little bit of a shadow from my iPad, but the lighting is better and I think that's more important. So I'm going to continue with bringing this in and out. And I just turned it around because I could. Now, I just want to peek. Yeah, I need a lot deeper. Okay, I'm just gonna come and press in a little more. Now, remember, this is a 13 by 13 board. So you're gonna have 13 by 13 texture. Just want to peek. Oh, goodness. Let me go this way one more time. All right, now I want you to watch how easy this comes off. See how easy that comes up this way now? Oh my gosh, guys. Now I'm gonna very lightly, well, I'm afraid that's gonna, I think I'm just gonna do it this way. Just so you can see it. You just can't even imagine the depth of this. Because I can't show it to you. Okay, the depth of that is crazy. Holy cow. We redesigned this to be so much deeper. I don't even know if I can get this. Can you see? I wish I could give you the full depth of this, but I can't. I mean, God, if I could measure it. Oh, here, let me use a needle tool. In the center, let me find one on the end that I'm not going to use. Do you see? That's how deep the middle of those petals are. That is like a full 1/4 inch deep. That's huge. All right, so today we're just going to make a fun little project. My lucky clover. But wait till you see what we're going to do. I think I'm going to put it over here and see if I can save anything for jewelry. All right. I'm going to go around with my needle tool. Then I'll move this up to my banding wheel system. And I don't know why I I don't know why I cut this out. That was not my plan. My plan was to put my form, my template on my banding wheel, put my clay over the top of it. But I totally spaced out for whatever reason. I have no idea. So we're gonna go in reverse and hope this is still big enough. I cannot believe I just did that. But I'm gonna just go around the edge and get the crumbs off. This might still be big enough for what I was gonna do. And if not, you'll get the idea. Look at that. That's crazy deep. Crazy deep. Where's my form? We'll see how big my form is. I might just go make another piece of clay real quick. Let's see. Oh no, that's plenty big enough. Plenty big enough. All right, so let me get my banding wheel and stuff set up and I'll be right back for just a minute. Okay, I have my banding wheel and I put the template down and the form, and I don't really need the template because I had cut that out. However, our templates are 1/4 inch. So if I just put this on here with this just being a 1/4 inch, then I wouldn't, the form would have just stuck up. So let me show you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to take this, I'm going to gently lay it on my lap for a second, just so that I can get this here. And then I'm going to take my texture. I always put it away from me so I can make sure that I have enough to cover my board or my form. And I have enough to do that. So I'm just going to, this is backwards from how you would normally do it. You would normally put the form on there and then cut around the template, but I got ahead of myself, so we're gonna go with it just to show you, you can. And boy, that template was on the floor and full of dust, so don't forget your swoopy-doop. Swoopin', swoopin'. All right, so I've got that all swooped in there. Now, I'm going to do something even more different. I'm going to take this off of here. And I'm going to grab another peg. Oh, no, I got a peg right here. Today's one of those days. But I'm going to set this down here so that I've got some space. There we go. Now I'm going to put this in the hole. There we go. There. Now, I'm going to take and put this around my form. Very gently. Now, normally when I do this, I would let this set up for a while. But what I'm going to show you is you can either take a wire and go straight across, or you can take your knife, bring your knife up and flat along your form. I'm pressing my clay down with my thumb in front. Let me go right here where you can see. With my thumb in front. So if you didn't use a template at all, because effectively I didn't, right? This is how you could get that flat. I got to concentrate, guys. I can't talk and concentrate. All right. That's the excess from overcutting. All right. So our riser really helps a lot. There we go. Now, while this is up on the riser block, I'm going to, one, clean my dirty clay just because it bugs me. There. That was just to take the dirty clay off. Now I'm going to come around here and take off all the little marks. Just like that. You want to make sure it's flat. I'm not putting a foot on this. So I'm just going to come across and make sure this is flat. And now we have perfect edges and nice and clean. Now I'm going to go set this aside because we're going to start the next step of what we're going to do with this. So stay tuned. Do not leave. You want to see this. Okay, let me clarify for a second. So what I intended to do was take that big square of clay, put my template down, my form over it, lay my clay over the top and cut around the template. But I got ahead of myself. And I cut around the template on that slab of clay. And I went, oh, oops. But because that, what I cut out was still bigger than my form, I effectively did what I wanted to do anyway. I took that piece of textured clay, laid it over my form, and then laid it around and then cut around the bottom. So I just did the extra step of cutting that template first, in case, if that made sense. So for the questions that I have, and I don't know, you guys on Facebook, I don't think you're seeing the questions that are coming from YouTube. The clay that I'm using is B-Mix 5 with no grog. My slab was between 1/4 and 3/8, closer on the heavy side. Mr. Wilson rolled it out for me today. And, but I wanted it a little on the heavy side anyway because of the depth. Did you hear him? Don't blame it on me. Because of the depth of the texture board, I wanted to be able, when I rolled it in. Misty made a remark that it looks like it's much easier. Yes, it is. It's much easier. I've been taking just this little 7-inch rolling pin. It's much easier to roll the clay, start in the middle lightly, and come and go out. Start lightly so that the clay starts going in. If you just grab it and go across there, you're going to double expose. See my poison oak? See my poison oak? Oh, I don't have it up there. See my poison oak? We have poison oak out by the gate, and our mail person pulls up to the gate, chunks the box out into the poison oak, and I'm sure that's how I got it. Luckily, it stayed right there, but it's itchy. I also, somebody asked about if the Lucky Clovers were on the website. I kept saying rim template. My mistake, it's actually a lip template that just goes outside the edge. However, if you want a bigger edge or a bigger lip, just go a size up in the lip template. And there wasn't a picture in there My niece was in the middle of changing those things, and then she's no longer with us, so I did not realize where she stopped. So I will go get pictures, but um, I did snap a quick picture and threw it up there, and I moved the lip template for Lucky Clover to the top of the lip template page, and I moved the Lucky Clover dual drape to the top of the dual drape page for those of you that don't have it and would like it, to make it easier to find. Those have both been out quite a while, so that's why I chose this one tonight, thinking a lot of people would have already had it. Okay, so let's go to the next step of what we're going to end up with. Okay, we're back. I have a little slab of clay that I have compressed. And I did that off the air because you saw me compress a minute ago. And on my banding wheel, I just have a little circle. It's a 5 1/4 lip template for this baby hybrid that I'm going to use. Now, when you're first doing the height of this, you might want a bigger slab. It's easier. I've been doing this quite some time, so I just kind of fuss with the folds. I kind of go up and down, and it doesn't take much to get it going. See how I'm bringing this, and I'm coming in and up because I don't want it to pull on the top here and get a bunch of cracks and everything. So I am pulling it up. If you see any little kind of cracky things showing, kind of give it a little moisture, and then come down with your sponge to get the rest of this out. And now I'm going to take and wet my little rib and start my swoop. I always swoop down with it first. That gets everything in place and doesn't run around and cause a bunch of extra folding that then you have to figure out how to get out. You know what I didn't do? I didn't texture this. Golly golly. I forgot to texture this clay. I got so excited. That's okay. We'll just make one without texture and see what it looks like with pretty glaze. And then what I'll do is I'll off the air make a couple with texture, and it'll be no different whatsoever than what we just did a minute ago with the tray. Okay. Now, I could put a foot on these, but for this, I'm not going to. I'm going to show you just a quick and easy, simple project. This was really all about the texture boards. Okay, now I'm going to come around and hit my template and see how quick that is. I cannot believe I did not texture that. So now I'm going to go around and get the little crumbs that I can see. Ta-da! That saves a whole lot of time. Oops, dropped it. That saves a whole lot of time. Now, you can do one of two things. You could now set this up on the riser block. Let me show you what I'm saying. You could set this up on the riser block. You could take that right off. Now I could put this down just so I have a template spacer. And I could set this on my riser block. And I could do exactly what I did with the tray. And because I don't know if I have a lot of space on that tray, I'm just going to tuck these down, and it wouldn't matter whether you had texture or not. I'm going to tuck this down. Just like that. And then I'm going to hold my fingers, go up, and I'm just going to come straight around and take this even with the board, or the form, I mean. It's just going to shave off that little bit that was from that template. That was what that template was. See, it's our little lip templates. And so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go set this aside and then come back and show you what we're going to do. In the meantime, I'm going to make a few more of these and show you what I do when I get back. Okay, I don't need that. All right, so I had Stacy over on YouTube ask, did the video switch to something completely different? If you saw it switch to me doing a baby hybrid rolling round, that is part of tonight's live. That's going to be part of this project. Oh, so what are we making? So no, it didn't. It looked like it's changed gears, but it's all part of the same project. Somebody, Bridget, was talking about to make a big, large slab, you need a great big rolling pin. Yes, that's true, unless you have a slab roller, which I could not live without my slab roller. Trying to catch all the comments and make sure I reply or acknowledge them. Katrina, I got yours. Don't you need a big slab roller to get that large a slab? The slab I was using was a 13 by, or the texture board was 13 by 13 inches. So I really only needed a slab that was about 13 by 13, which isn't that huge. A rolling pin and thickness sticks. These are thickness sticks. These, if you lay them, you get the thickness that you would want, or stack them. We provide these for Trinity Ceramics in Dallas. I don't know why we never put these on our website. In Mr. Wilson, what thickness is? Like 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch. Mr. Wilson? He's got his headphones in. Hold on. Mr. Wilson! He's deaf in one ear and can't hear all the other. I keep telling him he needs hearing aids. He keeps telling me it's just the sound of my voice. So, Mr. Wilson! He can't hear me. Anyway, we do have these at Trinity Ceramics, and they come in different thicknesses. So let's say you wanted a 1/4 inch thick. You get your 1/4 inch thick sticks. You lay them down. You pound out your clay, and then you start rolling until the roller meets these sticks, and that will help. I have a slab roller that I couldn't live without. How many pounds of clay you rolled out on the slab roller? Okay, so what I do is, for these bigger slabs, what I did was I took my 25-pound bag of B-Mix, because I don't weigh how much I use. What I did was, let me get my thing. Hold on, I get my thing. I got my thing, guys. Okay, so I use this. It's got a wire and a roller. And so I take my 25-pound bag of B-Mix, take it out of the bag, and I set my thickness. These have got little wing nuts that you can raise and lower to how thick you want it. And this right here is how thick That's probably 1.5 inches. And so I set this on top of my slab and just flop that one off and go and flop that one off. And it actually came to almost 3 equal chunks on that 25-pound bag. And that's what I rolled out. So 25 divided by 3 is roughly how many pounds? But I had bigger slabs. And so then I cut it to the size of that. So as far as how much for that specific 13 by 13, that's as close as I can get for you. All right, on to flipping that cup. And unfortunately, I forgot to texture it, but here we go. Okay, I am back to flip my little cup that I forgot to texture, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lift this off, take this out, use my little template. Oh, look, it's already fallen out. If it wasn't already coming out, you can just kind of go back and forth, but that's already coming out. And look at this. Look at that gorgeous, gorgeous bottom. You don't even like see a transition in there. So what I'm going to do is find my little, there it is, my little green rib. I'm going to dip it in the water and I'm going to just come around just like that. Until I get it nice and smooth and round the way I want it. That gives you a beautiful smooth edge. See how you can see when it comes together, when that middle line goes away, you have a perfectly round top. There went that one. There went those. Now, I'll take my smoothing sponge. I dripped water down there. I want to get that out. I'll take my smoothing sponge and just come around this. Make sure you support it. This isn't leather hard yet. Can you see those beautiful lines? There's one. And for now, that's all I'm going to do with this. When it's leather hard, well, actually when it's bone dry, I'll come around with a little piece of sandpaper and make sure everything is completely smooth and round. But there's one. Okay, so here is that little dish. I squished it when it came over here. Let me turn this on. That's whatever. Here is this little dish. You see how pretty these edges are from doing it that way, and how pretty they are? Well, because I forgot to texture, I did make a couple that were textured. Look at this. Look at that. You see that gorgeousness? Oh my. So I did make a couple textured ones. Can you see the thickness of this texture on here? Okay, so let me go back here. So let me go to this next video and then you're going to see what we're doing. Did I have any questions that I needed to address? Uh, the form, Chandra, is Lucky Clover. I use the Lucky Clover lip template and the Lucky Clover dual drape form. And on their respective pages on the website, they should be the first one you come to. Do you need to do anything special to access Slab to Fab? You just joined. Sherry, after this, I'll run over, be sure and go over to the Slab to Fab and request to get in the Facebook group, and I'll admit you between these two videos. Oh, and let me be clear. When I said earlier, come on over and join us in Slab to Fab. Slab to Fab is my paid membership, and it's a private group only for those who have paid for the monthly membership to that group. Because I noticed right after I said that, about 10 people requested to join that group. So you must go and actually join the Slab to Fab membership in order to get access to that group. My apologies, guys. So if you have joined the paid membership and you're not in that group, email me, SharonHoppyDesigns@yahoo.com, and let me know so I can be sure and admit you in there. All right, let me go to the next video. We're almost there, guys. Okay, we're now going to flip this one, and I'm just going to pull my little peg out, maybe. Well, I can't do it with one hand. Okay, I'm just going to flip this so I can get my other hand. This is my stronger hand. Set this down. And I'm going to use my plucker doodad because I can't get in there, right? So it's plucker doodad time. Put the little rubber plucker goodie in the hole. Take the little handle and the screw. Screw it down till you can't screw it down anymore. Oh, and there it is. Oh my gosh! And there it is. Mr. Wilson, you gotta come look at this. Dry clay in there. Look at that. He's always he's over doing clay. And then this is gonna, will you flip this light right here? That's better. Okay. And then we're gonna put one here, one here, one here, one here. Oh! Chip and dip, condiments, you name it. I cannot tell you. I had some crumbs in there. There. I cannot tell you just how gorgeous, and I wish I could show you. I cannot get a good picture of how deep this is, but holy cow. Now, I'm going to take this and do the exact same thing. I'm going to take this and I'm going to go around, and I'm going to be careful not to hit my texture so that this has the same beautiful edge. And do not try to get it all off on your first pass, because one, it's not going to happen. And you just want to go nice and slow the first pass. You probably get lots of crumbs, that's okay. And then rinse all the gooeys off. And wet it, and let's go again. It's going to take multiple times. To get to that beautiful curve. Just going around nice and smooth. Now, I'm going to take my smoothing sponge. Look how pretty that's coming along. I'm kind of knocking the crumbs out of the inside, but I don't want to knock my walls down. Oh, I cannot tell you. You'll just have to see this one. Whoops. In person. I'm trying to flip the crumbs out, and they just move. There. Okay. So I'm going to go around. And don't rush this process, because you want to go slow and get this nice and rounded. You'll know when you get there, when the clay is touching the top of this curve, you'll see it on your clay. Okay, I was just going to keep going around, and we're starting to run out of time. So I want to show you what I actually did. Now I'm going to tell you that I was a little overzealous with the 3 deep baby round. I should have used the 2 deep to fit within this particular template. But if I would have gone up, I used the 9.5 with the 12-inch template. If I would have used the 11-inch form with the 13-inch template, which would have still caught all of that texture, because, you know, the top edge we smoothed out, then my little bowls would have fit. But I'm going to show you, because what I'm going to do is actually I will create another tray with the bigger set to thin it for my bowls to actually fit perfect. But let me show you. Oh, I gotta scoop this back, scoop that back. So I had to kind of squish them on here to make them work. I needed a bigger tray, or if these were 2 deep, they would have fit perfect. But look at the tray with the 3 little dishes. And again, if I'd have used 2 deep instead of 3 deep, these would have fit perfect. But look at this texture with, let me take these out. I don't want to warp them, because I'll use those for the bigger tray, and I'll make a shorter set for this tray. So you would want the 2 deep, or cut these down to size. But you now see why I cut the edge off of these with that template. And look at the tray. Look at that tray. Is that not gorgeous? So I kind of squished it out. But that is our tray. Yes, very, very much so, Jen. You could also just put one in the corner like that. You'd have your plate, you could have whatever, and have something in the middle. Even that, yes, would be absolutely gorgeous. Or even 2. Maybe it's a couple's dinner. But anyway, that is what we were making this evening. And let's say you're having a party, and see, if I'd have gone one size bigger on this tray, it would be easy to, I squished it out a little bit. It would be easy to carry this tray with 4 little cups of condiments. So that's the purpose of this. You're cracking me up. Love, we can all can conform to whatever. It's clay. Yes, we can. Very much so. But you could carry this out with 4 different condiments if you fitted it to the tray correctly, which I did not. But there you have it. And these make great little dinner plates as well. Great shape, dual drape. It's got the straight sides. And what I love about our dual drapes is, can you see here? It doesn't squish your texture. And look at that, it's perfectly round, straight up, perfectly round. No lines poking in your texture or anything. That's it, guys. That's all I have for you tonight, except for your slab people. You slab people. That sounded terrible, didn't it? My slabbers, my loves. Let's go over. I will see you in the Slab to Fab group. New members, go to the Slab to Fab group, not the Slab to Fab FM. That's founding members. Those were my founding members only in that group. So go to the Slab to Fab, and I will see you there in about 10 minutes. Good night, everybody.